guys, it's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review, and today we're taking a look at the newest AEW Unrivaled Series 9, which is now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. As always, use promo code 4LIFE. It'll save you 10% off your order. Here we are, Series 9. I feel like it's been a while. I feel like I've been saying this a lot. I don't know if it's just the time of year or what, but I feel like we've been waiting a while for like the last Elites that just dropped. We're waiting a while for the last AEW Unrivaled, so here we are. Series 9 has finally arrived. And you know what? I'll be honest, I don't know how excited I am for this wave. You know, seeing the proto pictures a while back, I wasn't too thrilled on how these figures originally looked, so we'll definitely, you know, take a deep, in-depth look and kind of gauge on to see if they look better in hand. So today we're taking a look at Brian Cage, Eddie Kingston, and Christian Cage. You can see the Unrivaled packaging that we've gotten for the last 9 series. The beautiful gold foil on the top. You got the image of each wrestler on the front. Flipping them over to the side, you got the AEW logo. Flipping it over. Get the series number, the little image of each wrestler. On the back, you got the awesome big images. I absolutely love how these look on the Unrivaled figures. The other figures in the wave. Let's come back and crack all 3 of these figures out of their packaging. So starting us off first, we're going to take a look at Eddie Kingston. I know he's a fan favorite, and a lot of you guys have been anticipating his first figure. So here he is. As far as the accessories go, you do get 2 interchangeable fisted hands. He actually does come with quite a few hands versus the other figures in the set. You get 2 kind of open hands, gesturing hands. And then he's got these kind of symbol hands on here. I'm not the biggest Eddie Kingston fan, so I don't know exactly all his mannerisms, to be honest. But we'll get into that later. So he also does come with another interchangeable head. More of a gritting kind of scan. He always looks angry in the ring. Or he's got that kind of straight face look. The likeness, I can see. Honestly, this does look better in hand than the proto pictures. I will 100% give Jazwares a credit there. But it's still, something's off. From certain angles, you can see it. Like, look, you can see Eddie Kingston for sure. But from other angles, I don't know. I don't know if it's the glare. I don't know if it's just the angle or maybe the paint applications. But something just doesn't look quite right. But I can see a likeness, and I will say for sure it definitely does look better in hand. He also does have this kind of like necklace. I don't really care the way that looks. It looks a little bunched up. I don't know. Could look a little nicer. I don't really care for the detail, but looking at his gear, he's got the yellow trim on the tank top, yellow on the belt. I feel like his waist could be a little bigger for Eddie Kingston. I know he's got a kind of a bigger gut than that, but take a look at the back. See the logo in the yellow. That does look nice. He's got kind of like these Shield-esque looking pants. Kind of looks like something from a Roman Reigns Elite figure. Got some boot articulation down there as well. Double jointed knees. A little loose. Just a tad on doing the splits, but not too bad. I know, I got to sit here and say something. I'll be honest. I just don't get the love for Eddie Kingston. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys follow him from the indies, and I'm not hating it all, but dude just doesn't look like a wrestler to me. I don't know what it is. Looks like he'd be your average day guy down the street, and you would never know he's a pro wrestler. So I'm not trying to knock the guy, but my personal opinion. So I personally was not that excited for him. I just don't get it. I feel like AEW has all these amazing stars, and they're kind of pushing Eddie. And honestly, to his credit, he's over. So what the hell do I know? But if you guys want to see what the other head looks like on the body, and also the necklace is removable once you pop it off. We can get this one on. There you go. Without the necklace, that looks a little weird, man. Looks like he's got that small, like, Super Mario Brothers freaking Goomba's head. Looks a little small for the body. I don't know, something looks off. I would definitely keep that necklace on. But you can see it. Not too bad with the head next to it. Comment in down below, which head do you like better? I think I like the grading scan. To me, it has a little more attitude. I feel like that kind of represents more of the kind of hothead Eddie Kingston ready to throw down. And real quick, for some quick comparisons, obviously he does not have any other figures in the Unrivaled wave, so figured I'd throw in Chris Jericho, someone he's feuding with now on Dynamite, and Jon Moxley. And you know what? I think Eddie Kingston actually does scale pretty well height-wise. Next up, we have Brian Cage. And I'll be honest, this was the figure I was most excited for from this wave. I am a huge Brian Cage fan. I absolutely love his look. I think he's great in the ring. I was really excited when he signed with AEW, and I feel like this has been a lot of the talent. Like, you get guys that you want to get behind, they're there, and then they sign more guys, and they kind of disappear. And that's kind of been my problem with AEW. It's hard to root for guys, because I feel like they push the same guys over and over again, and it's like a revolving door. One week, someone's a flavor of the month, someone else gets hot. I don't know, my personal opinion, but I miss Brian Cage, dude. Honestly, I really like his work in the ring. I think he's got a great look, like I said before, but I'm a fan, so I was excited for this figure, his first AEW release, and it's, I think, well overdue, because he's been with the company for a while, and we've gotten some guys like, say, Sting or Wardlow or some of those guys a lot quicker than Brian Cage, I will say. But anyways, as far as the accessories this figure comes with, you do get 2 open interchangeable hands, which I don't know really what's so much different from these hands. I guess they're a little more open, but oddly open. I don't know. You see that? That's a little weird. I don't know what the deal with those hands are, but you got the more open hands. I wish he would have came with a set of fists. That would have been pretty cool. He does have the screaming scan on the body, but he also does come with an interchangeable head, more of a kind of plain straight face look. Without a doubt, I like the screaming scan. I feel like that fits his personality definitely a lot more in the figure form. See, he's got the awesome beard design. I do like how that came out. I like both scans, honestly. Again, I like the screaming a little better, but I see a good likeness to Brian Cage. I know a lot of people were a little iffy on the scan, but I'm going to say it's pretty solid. Looks good. And then he's got the bigger torso. I do like this, man. He's got some size to him. I kind of wish his arms were a little more defined. I feel they got some size, but not so much definition. And honestly, I hope soon enough we will no longer see these peg holes. I know Magic said in an interview that that's probably coming eventually. When, we don't know. But I think that'll definitely clean up these figures, because, you know, Mattel has had the kind of bigger pinholes as well. But now that they're gone, I don't know. Well, I've lost my train of thought, sorry. Mattel had the pinholes, but I don't feel like they were as big. That's what I was trying to say. As the Unrivaled figures, I feel like they're just bigger. And they're even more noticeable on the female figures. But that is enough of my nitpick. I do like the design on his gear. You got the nice yellow with the black and the white, kind of the yin and yang, white and black look here. Split down the middle as well. You got Cage on his tights or his trunks. Images on the back as well. Got some nice molded straps over here. Got the knee pads as well. Got the kick pads here. I feel like the proportions on these kick pads always look weird on these Unrivaled figures. I think they're just a tad too small. Kind of give them like that small foot syndrome. I don't know. It's across the board. I feel like scale-wise, it just doesn't look right to me. They look too small. But solid figure. I mean, if you want to see what the other head scan looks like, pop it on. Doesn't look bad. Yeah, I'm really excited with this. It looks pretty good. Happy to have Brian Cage finally in on the Unrivaled collection. And throwing in some quick comparisons. So again, this is Brian Cage's first figure. I figured we would throw in some of the bigger, kind of bulkier guys in AEW. So we got Miro, and on the right we have Wardlow. And lastly, we're taking a look at Captain Charisma himself, Christian. And I know when we all saw the released images of this figure, we thought the head scan looked awful. He looked like an old man. But I'm happy to say the head scan actually looks pretty good in person. It doesn't look as bad as it did in those images that were released way back when. But the accessories he does come with. So you get 2 fisted hands. You get the interchangeable head, more of a screaming scan, versus the straight scan. Actually, it's a pretty good likeness. I mean, this came out pretty nice. Put them both side by side. I liked the straight face scan a little better. But, you know, they don't look too bad, to be honest. Some nice sculpting details on the hair. Really like how they came out. So take a look at the figure itself. See, he's got his tattoo on his shoulder. He's got the elbow pads. Kind of a bigger torso than I would like to have seen for Christian, but I guess older in his age. I don't know. Got some nice designs on his tights. Look at the front over here. Going down on the side. Really do like how that came out. Got Cage up here, got the logos. Same on the other side. Look at the back. And notice he also does come with that hand where he's looking into the crowd. I do like that it was included. Kudos to Jazwares for that. Is this wrist tape molded on or is it removable? It's molded on there, so that's extra perks for that too. That looks really nice. Want the extra mile for that. One thing I'm noticing I don't like are these boots, man. Really skinny. I feel like, again, the proportions on some of these figures, like, really, I don't know. I mean, they really knock it out of the park with some things, and then look how skinny those look. I don't like that. And actually, it does make him a little harder to stand. I feel like I was having some issue standing him. I don't know if it was because of the boots or just the size of the torso versus the smaller lower body, giving a little imbalance. But all in all, the figure looks pretty nice. I mean, no complaints. And we'll swap the head out. You know, it's nice that pretty much every figure in this set came with a swappable head. I do really appreciate that. And it's weird. I feel like sometimes you'll get a set and it just comes with nothing. Maybe just one set interchangeable hands. But for these three figures, they really did come loaded. That doesn't look too bad, right? Listen, is that the best Christian scan we've got? No, probably not, but the likeness is there. It's something a little different. I think I like the kind of laid-back version a little better, but all in all, not too bad. And comparing him with the Fan Takeover Elite, the last Mattel Christian figure we got, scales pretty well. I'm sure a lot of you want to know which is the better figure, but let's see the height. He's a little taller, a little bigger in size. What scan do you guys like better? And I don't even think that's fair. I think the straight face scan looks better, so let's bring that in there. And I feel like this hair is just a little too bright. This hair captures a little more of kind of the modern day Christian look. But I'm sorry, man. I'm going to have to go with the Mattel. I think that just looks a little better. I do like the extra details, like the wristbands on there versus what we got with Mattel. But I don't know. Personally, I think the Mattel looks better. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Before we wrap up, if you guys haven't already, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below. For all you guys new to the channel, thank you so much for checking this video review. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll stick around for more content coming up down the road. Huge thank you to all you followers who've been, really supporting me throughout the years. Really do appreciate it. I hope you guys also enjoyed all this great content. Really trying my best to put the absolute best out there on YouTube. So thank you again. But as far as these figures go, I'll be honest, I didn't have high expectations for them. I mean, the original proto images, they just didn't look that great, to be honest. And I don't know how excited I was for a lot. I feel like this wave is really lacking that star power. It's nice to expand the AEW roster and get some more new guys first time in the line. But I don't know. I feel like there's no one I was like, oh man, I'm so excited to finally get it. Like I said, Brian Cage, I'm a huge fan of. So that probably is the figure I wanted the most. And honestly, I really like the figure. I know some people are going to maybe have their opinions on it, but I like the gear choice. I really like the head scans, the size, that he's just a bigger guy. I really like how he's captured in figure form. If there's one complaint, I will say the size of his kick pads I'm not a fan of. Christian's another one. Surprised me. I mean, the head scan looks pretty good in person. Definitely some great deco on his gear. I really love the extra detail with the molded wristbands, and you get the very specific hand for him looking out into the crowd. So I definitely do like it. Do I like the Mattel one better? Yeah, but this is a great figure too, especially to capture him later in his run when he obviously his return to AEW. And Eddie Kingston, listen, I'm not a fan of the guy, but the figure doesn't look that bad. If you guys have really been looking forward to this Eddie Kingston figure, I'll say it doesn't look bad in person. You can definitely see the likeness. There's some things I feel like could be better. I'm sure they will do a better version down the road. Again, this is their first crack at it, but Jazwares, I feel like, has been really up and down with their figures. Sometimes they really knock it out of the park and it really wow you. Like, I mean, Sting, unbelievable. One of the best figures that I've ever owned in my collection, to say the least. And then, sometimes you get someone in the middle of the road. I feel like that's kind of where Eddie Kingston falls. But if you are interested in picking up these figures, they are now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com. As always, use promo code FORLIFE. It'll save you 10% off your order at checkout. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.